Listen, if you've ever jumped into a limited partnership deal thinking you're stepping into a clean, straightforward investment, wake up, because you're already behind if you haven't spotted the landmines buried in the fine print. The hidden fees in these deals? They're not just minor annoyances, they're brutal, sneaky drains on your returns that can destroy your entire play if you let them slide. And yes, most founders, investors, and partners get burned by exactly this, not because they lack skill or insight, but because these fees are designed to sneak under your radar. First off, the management fee. They slap you with 2% a year, right? Sounds normal. But what nobody tells you is that it often comes straight off the top, whether the fund is producing or bleeding cash. You're paying a toll to the operators before you even get a look at the numbers. That fee alone can be the difference between your investment flying or dragging itself through mud. So demand transparency. Push them to show you exactly what you're paying for. Are they using your cash to cover legit operational costs, or just padding their pockets while selling you smoke and mirrors? Then there's the notorious transaction fees. Ever thought you weren't paying for every little deal-related movement? Guess again. Every time the general partner makes a buy, sell, or swap, they often charge fees for the privilege, and those charges come right out of your share. So, force your partners to break down every single transaction cost up front. This is non-negotiable. If they won't talk numbers before you commit, walk away. You can't build real wealth on a shaky foundation. Here's a real kicker: monitoring fees, or sometimes advisory fees. These are supposed to cover the cost of watching your investment. But what does that even mean? When you hear these fees, it's often a red flag that you're being sold a bill of goods. You're paying someone to babysit your money while they take a cut on the side. Demand that these fees are either capped or, even better, binned altogether. If the GP says that's just how it is, that's code for we're running a side hustle on top of your capital. Most frustratingly, the preferred return sounds great in theory. Get your money back plus a slice before anyone else gets paid, right? But watch for clawbacks and catch-up clauses that turn the whole thing into a maze where the partners come out first in some tricky way. You have to read those terms with a microscope, and don't trust the guy selling the deal to point out all the traps. They usually don't know, or they deliberately skim over it. So what do? You stand up and demand brutal clarity from day one. Stop pretending that these deals are simple and that the GP is your friend. Look them in the eye and say, show me every fee, every clause, every potential cost I could be on the hook for. Don't sign until you can imagine the worst-case scenario fees line by line. And then reduce the fees by benchmarking them against other funds ruthlessly. There's no loyalty in this game, only cold math. Get your legal and financial experts to do more than just rubber stamp. Have them fight for you, comb the documents, and light a fire under your partners. If they slide in fees designed to bleed you dry on the back end, call them on it. Push for clawbacks on fees that don't reflect work done or value added. Demand reporting on every dollar spent. That's the only way to actually control how much of your money disappears before you see a return. Remember, you're not dealing with angels here. Limited partnership structures aren't about charity, they're about making money for GPs first. You need to be hypervigilant and ruthless. Information asymmetry is their weapon, ignorance is your enemy. You'll never win if you don't fight to uncover every hidden cost and negotiate it down or eliminate it. If you're ready to move past frustration, start thinking like the smart operator you are, question every fee, demand every detail, and refuse to give your capital away quietly, you don't get to complain later that, oh, I didn't know, or it was buried in the contract. Take control now, dissect every dollar out the gate, and you start to play on your terms. No one else will do it for you. That's the difference between being led by the nose and owning the deal. Don't surrender your returns to the invisible fees. Take what's yours, fight every step, and build your own rules. If you don't, you're just another investor getting screwed quietly, one hidden fee at a time. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and open the featured link to learn more.